No, Wi-Fi.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the AJA Sports Show. This is another episode of Court Sessions. This is 40 Too Easy. Yes, if you guys stuck around or were here for the pre-show comments, we have some This is 40 banter going on in the chat. Those of you who are arriving now, thank you so much for joining us. We are here with Jay and Ace. Ace is just below me over here. Jay over to my, whatever you want to call that. We got beers going, coffee going, ready to talk some basketball. Ready to tip off here at 6:30. Super excited. I'm still wearing the Lakers hat, even though our boys are at home just like we are. But still, we will truck along even though they can't. How you guys doing today? You guys ready for some more playoff basketball?
No. Yeah, man.
It's pretty good.
I was supposed to say yes, wasn't I? Yes, the ultimate answer.
I would hope you were.
Yes, I'm the ultimate sports fan. I root for any team, that is playing. No, I'm not okay. I'm still not okay, man. I have to watch. I'm so conflicted. Why would I? Yes, I should care about the Suns winning it all because they beat the Lakers, and I can at least pat myself on the back that I lost to the champs, and my boy Jokic is still in it, but then he gets beat. His team gets beat pretty handily by the Suns, who just beat my team, and then I'm like, oh God, the Knicks lost in the first round. I said they were going to win. I posted it on Twitter. I said, come at me. And then I said the Denver Nuggets, Jokic MVP. It's just, so it's just a little conflicted over here. But I'm absolutely excited for more basketball.
Yeah.
Priorities.
What are we making? Need some beer batter? What are we making with that beer batter? Some fish tacos?
Oh,
and Ryan over here said, go Hawks. Hawks took game one, Got kind of boat raced early in game two, but then kind of clawed back to make it a little closer. But still, that's okay. We've all been wrong. We're gonna probably be wrong more than once in our lifetime going forward. So that's okay. But since you brought up Nikola Jokic from the start, we can talk about what just happened. Yes, it was fish tacos. I guess right. Sounds delicious. The last time I saw the fish tacos Ace sent a picture over. They looked absolutely delicious. Lord Lizzie can definitely cook it up with the best of them. And Ace can too. Actually, made some of the best pepperoni pizza we've ever had in our entire life. So, and that's just the tip of the iceberg that they have to offer at their place. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it because it is award season in the NBA. Everybody. Just before we hopped on, Rudy Gobert was actually just awarded his third Defensive Player of the Year award. That puts him in a pretty high echelon of top-tier players here to win Defensive Player of the Years. I know we're not really talking about Rudy Gobert as a dominant center, but probably of his time, but not of NBA history. But he's tied with Hakeem Olajuwon, and Dwight Howard is the only players to now win Defensive Player of the Year 3 times. So you think that was pretty well deserved by Rudy Gobert?
Yeah, I would have gave it to Ben Simmons, but. Yeah. It's kind of funny because we were talking about this a few weeks ago. We went to Disneyland with Joe. But Ben Wallace got put in the Hall of Fame. Rudy Gobert's a Hall of Famer now then, right? I mean, if we're putting Ben Wallace in, Rudy Gobert, surefire, right? Because we just let everybody into the Hall of Fame nowadays in the National Basketball Association and everywhere else that we just give participation trophies away to.
I mean, okay, so it was... Rudy Gobert was facing off against Ben Simmons and Draymond Green, and
Joel Embiid, I guess, if you want to go ahead.
Well, no. The 3 finalists were only Simmons and Draymond.
Oh, really? So Draymond snuck in there at the end.
Yeah, so
he wasn't up there until just the end of the season there.
I'm okay with him having it there. I'm not okay with you winning awards and making automatically making legendary status because then Kobe wasn't just a champion, he was also a legend. So let's Ben Wallace did win a title, so we'll give him that, and then at least we can build a little bit of a bridge. But Rudy Gobert's got nothing right now, so let's wait a little bit.
Ben Wallace Ace never averaged more than 10 points in his career, even averaged 10.
Yeah, but he probably averaged 12 to 17 rebounds a season in his prime. I don't know.
9. Well, in his prime, I don't know, but his career, His career averages are 5.7 points, 9.6 rebounds, and 1.3 assists.
Okay, well,
it's hard to make a case when that's like the resume, you know, like being in the Hall of Fame.
Dude.
Like, I mean,
right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. We were talking about this the other day, and we went through the numbers, and it's obviously harder to get into the NFL Hall of Fame. Like when you look at the total numbers of it, I think it's like almost doubly as hard. Doubly's not a word, but twice as hard.
Like by percentage points we were talking about, yeah.
Right. To make it as a player in the NFL than it is in the NBA.
Use doubly in another sentence.
I am doubly disappointed that the Lakers are out of the playoffs.
Jay was holding 2 drinks. They both happened to be champagne. He was holding doubly the bubbly.
But dude, I need one of our viewers to chime in with one of those again.
So just real quick, right? Rudy Gobert, for his career, has averaged 12 points, 11 rebounds, and the exact same amount of assists. And he's shooting 65% from the field. Ben Wallace, in his career, shot 47%. Ben Wallace is a 4-time All-Star. Rudy Gobert is a 2-time All-Star. Block champion for Ben Wallace in 2001, 2002. 2016, 2017 block champion for Rudy. So he had 1, 2. 4-time Defensive Player of the Year for Ben Wallace. Rudy's got 3. 4-time All Defensive for Rudy. 6 for Ben.
That was the other one. I know I left one out. That was the other one. I left one out. My bad. It was Ben Wallace.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. If Ben Wallace is in, I mean, Rudy Gobert's gonna play another 7-8 years. I mean, he's gonna make it. I mean, he's got. If this is what we're doing, and this is the can of worm it opens, and that's what I was trying to get across to Joseph and Andrew, and relatively they both agreed with me. Not that Ben Wallace doesn't belong in there specifically, but once you start letting fringe guys in, you have to let more fringe guys in, and then the fringe becomes more fringe, and then it doesn't become the Hall of Fame. It's the Hall of Great, or, and then it becomes the Hall of Pretty Good. Like, it's just like, it's a slippery slope, man. It's a slippery slope. That's all I'm saying.
I just had my beer taken away, and I got my water bottle instead.
Peep out the sticker. What's the sticker right there? Is that a little Pim? Yeah. That's sick. That's cool. Avengers Campus vibes, bro.
The Doctor Strange one is sick. That's cool.
Yeah. Avengers Campus vibes. All is that zombie cap?
Yeah, zombie cap.
That's sick. Whatever it takes. That's dope. Dope.
Last but not least.
Oh, yes, sir. Sick. That's dope, dude.
Who needs an infinity gauntlet that can hold a drink when you can just have it as a sticker on your drink?
Yeah, bro, tell him.
It looks so sick, like when you look at it from the front, Ace, and then I saw a video of them like turn it for where like the bottle sits in. It's just a basket. It's just like a red basket. It looks like one that you get from like one that you have on your desk, like a pencil holder. Like that's exactly what it looks like.
I have the other Infinity Gauntlet up there.
That's sick. Yeah. Yeah, the one that they gave at Avengers Campus, though, it was like $35 too. I was like, holy Toledo. I mean, that would be sick if you went the first day.
So this one's meant to hold like a beverage contour. The other one was, we literally filled it with a drink. So like most people didn't want their drink in it though.
Yeah, it asked for it separately.
So you'd get a cup and then you get that and then you just walk around the park with it.
Exactly. Smart.
When I was circulating Instagram when Disney did a Marvel's Heroes Night, Disney After Dark event, and then they had the Infinity Stone churros there, and someone bought one of those gauntlets and then put the churros where your like hand goes in, and then just like walked around the park with all 6 Infinity Stone churros, ready to snap us all out of existence, pretty much.
They had Infinity Stone churros, huh? Mm-hmm. God, you seen that TikTok where they like, this dude don't miss. I know people like want to crap on Disney because it's so cool to crap on Disney because Disney could do, bro. They don't miss, bro.
Right? Yeah, no, it was pretty. Disney does snack items very well. Like they're iconic in that regard. So we talked about Defensive Player of the Year, right? Rudy Gobert. Who's your Disneyland Defensive Player of the Year? Who's like your cartoon character Defensive Player of the Year? Who do you got? Who do you got in that
I mean, if I'm gonna have anyone defend me, it's gonna be probably like, is it like from like other people or like probably the Hulk, right? I don't know, he's the biggest dude.
Oh yeah, they own Disney owns Marvel now. That's not a bad.
Yeah, I'd probably say Hulk.
Why not like Quicksilver, because he could just like he's like like
get you out of trouble
really
like
fast.
super quick and stuff. Yeah.
He could cherry pick 1 second and then be back to play defense and then cherry pick the next second. I mean,
like defense, like on a basketball court.
Yeah.
Oh, quick, yeah. We brought that point up when we did that one the other day. When we did the Marvel, when we were picking our Marvel super team or whatever, we drafted our teams. Yeah, it's the Flash, Quicksilver, the fastest guy.
Ryan coming in here with one of my friends, his wife used to work designing the souvenir cups and things to sell with the food and beverage. So
that's pretty cool.
That's sick. See, man, why can't we get some jobs like that, bro? I'll come up with some cool stuff. Like, I wanted to be a part. I should have been a part of Galaxy's Edge creation. Why? Because I really like Star Wars. That's why. Qualifications? None. Just really like the movies.
I got inspiration. I got passion.
Yeah,
that's good.
Now.
That's good for something, right?
I mean, honestly, if I was going to design it, I would have designed a big Millennium Falcon in the middle and a Han Solo ride where I just flew the flicker Millennium Falcon. So it pretty much did exactly what I would have wanted, to be honest.
Just if I owned the park, I would put a Millennium Falcon ride in every land.
Oh yeah, just everywhere.
Just theme it to we're on this planet today. No, we're on this planet today.
I'm down. Mandalorian themed, whatever. Ryan is absolutely right, and that's what I was talking about with Andrew and Joe that one day when we were at Disneyland. No one on that Detroit team should be in the Hall of Fame. Like genuinely, like Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, Rasheed Wallace. Like,
yeah, I'll bring up his comment again because the only one that I think has a case and probably will make it is Chauncey Billups. And
we looked at his numbers. Yeah, we looked at his numbers.
Bit of a stretch. It's a bit of a stretch, but I think he will. I think Chauncey Billups will get in. Rip Hamilton, I think, will miss out. He'll probably be like his name will be in the rumblings for it. I mean, the other guys are like Tayshaun Prince. Sheed, probably not.
The only reason you remember those names is because you were a Lakers fan and you lost to them.
Exactly.
And you also kind of grew up around that time.
Yep.
I mean, give it like 20 more years. Who's going to remember Ben Wallace? No one.
I asked them. I was like, here's the question, right? For Hall of Fame, this is a question. And I don't think this is the end-all, be-all question, Ace, but tell me what you think. Can I tell the history of the NBA without talking about you? If I can tell the history of the NBA without bringing you up, right, you don't belong in the Hall of Fame. Yep. They mentioned that, you have to bring them up because they stopped the Lakers from four-peating. Well, okay, all I have to do is mention that the Lakers didn't four-peat, right? And that's it, right? Isn't that what you guys said? Am I wrong?
No, not four-peating because it wouldn't have been a four-peat. They lost to San Antonio the year before, and they retooled by adding Gary Payton.
Right, that was the year after. Right.
They added Gary Payton and Karl Malone in a single offseason, and then lost that series in 5. They lost in 5. They got both, like they got trounced. Like
it happens. Yeah,
absolutely. But then it also led to the issues that were, eventually the like breakup of Kobe and Shaq. So that's why I think like there's a case to be made. Like you can tell the story, but and I guess if you have to pick one, like I would say that only qualifies like one player from that team to make the Hall of Fame if that's the case. And Ben Wallace is probably the only one. I think Chauncey will get in, but I think if you're going to pick one from that team, it should be Ben Wallace because of the 4 Defensive Player of the Year. But other than that, like I don't think anybody else should make it personally.
So, and here's my other question: was the breakup of Kobe and Shaq more because they lost that one championship, or was it more of the fact that Kobe and Shaq were just like were oil and water, bro? Like
it was
Kobe
no, it was 100.
Shaq was just entirely the other.
It was 100% the latter. It was 100% that
Even,
reason right there that they didn't gel. But
yeah, I think Kobe and Shaq respected each other a lot as athletes. So that's where like they, bridged their divide later in their careers. But they definitely did not want anything to do with each other. And if only, right? Like this team could have probably repeated one more time if they really wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it would have been a little bit trickier with Shaq. Shaq was getting a little older. I mean, that season too. Karl Malone was injured. We had Stanislav Medvedenko. We had Luke Walton playing power forward.
I think Devin George was on that team.
Horace Grant, Devin George, Rick Fox. We got some. It was very forward heavy, but Gennaro Pargo. Brian,
remember that guy. How do you remember that guy?
Brian Cook.
Ace was a little older than us when this was going on. Keep in mind.
Yeah, that's true.
Do we
So
say
Ace was like in that like?
Do we say Kareem Rush?
Early teens. Kareem Rush. No, you didn't mention him. But yeah,
Derek Fisher. Did you say Derek Fisher?
No, D-Fish. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways,
yeah.
There was a lot of role players on that team, and whatever they got a gentleman's sweep or whatever you want to call it.
Ryan couldn't even dunk with Ben Wallace in 2K4.
Oh, we're both trying to.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
He can't, dude. He can't, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, his offensive, he was non-existent, abysmal offensively. Like, you could not have him on the floor now.
Yeah, both Ace and I were trying to share that comment at the same time. We kept clicking it off.
That reminds me of Andre Drummond this regular season and a couple of games in the postseason. He's afraid to dunk sometimes. I'm like, homeboy, like.
Oh, he missed a lot of short stuff.
He had the most point blank misses I've seen in a season by a center in a long time.
Yeah, a lot of games.
Like, if this is the freaking hoop, and he doesn't want to do this, so he lets go of the ball like right here where my hand is, right? Like, dude, like. Just
like throws it off the back iron for some reason. Yeah, I don't understand what he was doing all year with the Lakers.
Like,
just missing gimmies.
One of the biggest guys on the court. Who are you afraid of? Like, come on.
So apparently, like, there was some rumblings around the league that it was like the Lakers Nation that tweeted something out that the Lakers want Andre Drummond back, but it has to be like on like a veteran minimum type thing. I don't think he's going to do that. Number one. Number two. I kind of like Andre Drummond coming back for the regular season, and then another part of me hates it after seeing the postseason. Like, seeing this postseason, I expected for Andre Drummond and Anthony Davis to dominate together, especially early in the games, and establish themselves on the boards. And all it really did was cause a lot of congestion in the paint for Anthony Davis, and even for drivers like LeBron James. It didn't open up a lot because obviously Andre Drummond doesn't stretch the floor very much. But what do you guys think about having Andre Drummond come back? I mean, like I said, for the regular season, I think it's really interesting because Anthony Davis, we know, doesn't love to play the 5. It gives a lot of time in the regular season to have Andre Drummond play the 5 and eat up a lot of those regular season minutes and do a lot of damage in the regular season. But then again, the problem becomes in the playoffs when he's sitting on a pine because you need to open up the floor more. Like, can you swing that?
It's too early to formulate his worth. If I had to say yes or no right now, I would say no. Only because I'd have to see how the rest of the roster plays out. I don't want to reward this team and bring them all back because they played like a bag of bones in the first round, right? I mean, even with all the deficits, we knew that they had a chance, And come on, you let Devin Booker two first quarters in a row just sucker punch you, and then playing nasty, man. Like, the last game he was like, I got Mamba with me today. He was
hitting everything, dude.
He was freaking ridiculous, and he got me a little hot and bothered because he slam dunked it with 20 seconds to go, and he's calling out our players, and that part I probably would have hoped he would have toned it down a little bit, but he's only been in the league for 3 years or whatever, so I can understand.
I love that.
I can understand the immaturity, but the Lakers played like a bag of bones. Like you couldn't even put a skeleton. You could have put a skeleton on the court. Would have scored the same amount of points as Dennis Schroeder in game 4. So we lost the games that showed no effort, right? So Schroeder went out. Stopped playing. 25 points in the 2 wins that we had. 2 wins that we had, yeah. Mm-hmm. So what did he do in the other games? Absolutely nothing. AD gets injured. He goes off in game 2 and 3. We win those games. AD's injuries happen. We're done. Who backs up for him? No. I mean, Marc Gasol played pretty well, but we didn't play him enough minutes. We kept trying to rotate. Vogel was trying to make something work, right? He's like, you hit the stone on the stone and you try to build a fire and you hope, even though you don't see any progress, you're like, 75 hits later, I'm probably going to start a fire. And we just never started the fire. So Ryan started the fire. Not this Ryan, the other. Ryan started the fire. So,
what do you think about Andre Drummond coming back, Andrew?
Yeah, I think I'd be more of a fan of I don't know if it's going to, surprise you guys. I'd rather have Marc Gasol back. I think Marc Gasol in what we needed to do and what AD likes to do, just gelled better. It would allow AD to play the 4 and just have a guy who could still shoot from the outside. Mark showed pretty, he didn't play consistent minutes, so his shot wasn't as consistent as it should be. But when he had time to build a rhythm with AD out, he was able to knock down threes, and he's just a playmaker. It's nice to have a 7-footer who can be a playmaker and is a good passer from the top of the key and could also stretch the floor. And I think it just, like you said, like the congestion with AD and with both ADs, actually, they both have the same initials. The congestion between those two just kind of proves too much to kind of be like the downfall eventually. And then when you have a guy like Dennis Schroeder who's not a knockdown shooter, and then KCP is not making his shots, but he is a knockdown shooter, it really just puts like LeBron in a bind. So he wasn't really able to operate fully. I think having Marc Gasol would be a lot better. I don't expect Schroeder or Drummond to be back with the Lakers. If they both, if one or two of them are back, I'd probably be pretty shocked, to be honest with you. It's gonna be an interesting offseason though. So we'll see.
Rob showed some interest in bringing him back. I mean, obviously he's going to, right? Especially right after the season. You're not going to bash anybody. Two things about what you said. AD squared. If they come back, that's what it's got to be. And for KCP, LA, baby, it's where shooters come to die. Shooters just come to die here. Danny Green shot 32% from the three-point line last year when he was on the Los Angeles Lakers. He goes to the Philadelphia 76ers, and obviously now he's shooting 41% because that's what happens. The Los Angeles Lakers franchise is where shooters come to die.
Yeah. I mean, you have a bit of a point there. I mean, even back when like we were like hot garbage back between like the 2012 through 2017 season, like you brought in guys like Wayne Ellington and like actual shooters, and even them, they're at, like you don't expect them to like attribute to winning basketball, but they're shooting like 29%, which is like 9 points below the career average. He's over in frickin' Detroit now, shooting 38% from three. It doesn't make any sense.
Did you see Lonzo? You see Lonzo the year he had LeBron? I mean, he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn from a 3-point line. He goes to New Orleans, he's shooting 40%. It's like, excuse me, what? Like even Brandon Ingram, his 3-point percentage improved like 5 percentage points when he went to freaking New Orleans. It's LA, baby. I don't know. Purple and gold, having that pressure on you seizes you up a little bit. It does it. I'm totally
possibly. Since we're on the topic of the Lakers, I was going to save this for a little bit later. I'm going to just throw this up there real fast. LeBron is going to be changing his number to 6 as of next season. We talked about this a little bit before we hopped on.
My favorite number.
Ace's favorite number. So that's going to lead to another title 18, because he's so passionate about wanting to surpass the Celtics. Ace is in total title, so it's going to lead that, I think. We'll see.
And that'll be title number 6 that I've been alive to watch the Lakers win.
Booyah.
That's okay. I like it. The omen is good. I love it. Okay. So I was gonna say one thing I was gonna like just kind of throw out there. I saw they did like the stats. Some Twitter page did stats of like LeBron as number 23, LeBron as number 6. The interesting thing with LeBron as number 6 is that his field goal percentage was 5% higher. He averaged 27, 7, and 7 both times if you round up. If you split the careers, but he shot 54% from the field, 38% from 3, compared to 36% when he was wearing number 23. And he shot 62.2% in his true shooting percentage, and he was shooting about like 79% from the free throw line. I don't think changing the number does that, but it's just an interesting thing I wanted to throw out there. And this has a little bit to do. I mean, we're probably going to see AD as 23 next season, right, Jay?
No, he said he's keeping 3.
He's keeping 3 because he won it. He won in LA with 3, so he wants to keep 3.
Yep, he's keeping 3.
I didn't get a chance to see any sort of comment from him.
He's thinking long term. He's thinking long term, because if you stay with LA, you win a ring or something. You want your thing to go in the rafters. I mean, how many people are getting 2 jerseys retired? Not very many. So AD's gonna keep 3. Okay. The thing about 6 and 23 with LeBron is he played in Miami and got easier looks with Miami. That's why when he was number 6. That's why his shooting percentage was higher. Go Ace.
Real quick, talking about centers. If Andre Drummond doesn't come back, Jarrett Allen is a free agent from Cleveland. Do we like him maybe as a target, or Nerlens?
I think he's going to get a lot of money. I think he's going to be more money than people think, to be honest. He's super young, super raw.
Frank Kaminsky? What about Frank Kaminsky? He's also a free agent.
No, don't care.
No, you don't like him?
Frank Kaminsky's 13 off the bench, bro. That dude's.
You looking to bring back? You looking to bring back Dwight Howard or JaVale McGee?
JaVale, yeah. Probably not Dwight. I'm good without Dwight. I don't need the technicals anymore.
I'm sick of
You're 30s. You're 37. Shape up.
We need to grow up.
Last one.
Dwight Howard.
Last one. Willie Cauley-Stein.
I like Willie Cauley-Stein. Okay. I would like Willie Cauley-Stein more than JaVale McGee.
Okay.
But I don't think Dallas lets him.
They're the same. They're basically the same player.
Oh, he's a free agent.
No. Basketball IQ is higher on Willie Cauley-Stein, bro. JaVale McGee's a goose.
He's a free agent. So.
JaVale McGee's a goof, bro.
He's a bit of a goofball. But I mean, like, you know, basketball wise, they like the skill set. I guess they do a lot of the same thing. Maybe not IQ wise. I didn't really think about that. You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll leave that. You know, so LeBron's going number 6. We'll leave the Laker talk for another day. Let's move back here because we're going to talk about Aces guy real fast. Nikola Jokic was named 2020-21 NBA MVP. Couple quick things. Congratulations out to him. He absolutely balled this season. Averaged 26, 11, and 6. And congratulations out there. I was just congratulating Jokic first. Then I was gonna. You just cut off a little.
Yeah.
I was gonna say thank you. Also congratulations.
Ace, I don't know if you saw Ace. He almost had a panic attack right there.
I was getting to it. It was a long-winded sentence. You know what I'm saying? I was getting to it. You know. I'm sure you have a couple of things on Jokic. He was the first MVP to play in every game in a season since our very own Kobe Bryant in 2008. He's also the lowest drafted player to win the MVP award. He was a round 2 pick, number 41 in the 2014 NBA draft. He was actually his pick came in when a Taco Bell commercial was showing when they were introducing the quesarito. Has nothing to do at all with what he's doing now, but that's he wasn't even announced on the actual screen. He was just kind of like flashed across his name. So anyway, congrats out to Jokic and congrats out to you, Ace, for predicting that right. You have beat us on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't take any happiness in your loss. I just I'm humble like that. Okay, so the Serbian scepter. He's in the league now. This is I don't know whatever season number 5 or 6. He's gonna come in here in the next few years and he's just gonna start like just killing teams because he's so good. Peja Stojakovic, Vlade Divac. That's the list. That's the list of Serbian players that have been this successful in the league. Vlade was okay. Peja was awesome from 3, but like they both were. I think Peja was also like a defensive, like not a.
He tried to be,
but
he played for the Kings, bro. So we didn't, you know what I'm saying. He was hitting threes. I was ready to punch him right in his beak. That big nose of his.
Right.
I need to get that hostile. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, Peja. If you're watching, your nose isn't that big. I apologize. I had a big nose. That helps. That's my bad. I don't know what happened right there. I just snapped 1 second to the next. Just quick, Peja Stojakovic.
It's like 17 years ago we saw this guy in the playoffs. He's still got issues with him.
He's living his life somewhere, and I'm just some little turd knocker on YouTube talking about his nose. And I would never touch him. He'd beat me to a pulp probably.
Last season he led, and Jamal, but he led the Nuggets to 2 comebacks, down 3-1 in the postseason. That was spectacular to watch. He's gonna go down with like the Tim Duncans and the Kevin Garnetts, I think, eventually when all is said and done. Kevin Garnett, only won in Boston, so I don't know if he needs. I don't know if he needs like that transition to another team maybe as someone in his career to win it all. But he's just fantastic to watch. And the Denver Nuggets don't get a lot of TV games, right? Like, so you don't really like, he's underrated in that sense. But all pressure aside, he's very spirited. He likes to have fun. And that's exactly like how I would be if I was a basketball player. So I kind of feel like he's my spirit animal and I'm his spirit animal. We're like really good friends, we just don't know it yet. Maybe I should play video games because like you guys keep telling me to. He likes to play video games too. So
I'm telling you, dude. Come on, drop into Verdonsky.
Okay, I know we're talking a lot about stuff here today, but did you see this Grand Theft Auto has like this like Sims simulation almost? Like you could like pretend to be people in like and you're like playing online with other people. I don't know. I've just seen a couple of videos lately where like this guy, his GTA character, he's a cop, so he like drives around and he pulls people over, and then like the people that he's playing in real life with will pull over, and then the clip that I saw today, he's like, "Can you open your window?" And then the guy was like, "Yes, officer," and then he bashes the window open and he shoots the other player. I was like, "Oh my god!" Like that would be like. I was the kind of dork when I was playing games in the past. Like I would play GTA, right? And my mom bought it for me. Didn't know it was a little inappropriate. I would I would play it for like those moments. Like I would just walk down the street. I'd hop on someone's car, and then I would just let them drive around for a while. And then if I got bored, I would just start shooting people off of that car. You know, like and then eventually the person would stop and then like run away because they were scared. And then if before they run away, I would get in their car and like run them over, and then take whatever cash they had in their pocket. You know, eat some of their groceries that they were picking up for their fake family in the game.
It's like a huge open world, bro.
Yeah. I never did the missions, which was so stupid of me, but like I just played like for freestyle, and I imagination, creativity. So
Dude, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, I literally just played it for the cheat codes. I would like put in cheat codes to get the jet and just go like throwing jets at people, unlimited ammo, and just be shooting things and annihilate. Yeah, no shot. Like, I'm not playing Grand Theft Auto for the missions.
Triangle, square, circle, X, L1, R1, L2, R2, up, down, left, right, something like that. That was like the unlimited ammo one. I had that one like memorized.
On the PS2 controller, yeah.
The best combo to do was zero gravity and cars can jump. So what you would do to set this off was you do the 2 cheat codes, and then you would just shoot someone and kill a couple of people, and then have the cops come at you, and then just start driving. And then all of a sudden, in like 30 seconds, you'll see cop cars just flying through the air. So I'd be driving down the street, and it's the most epic thing ever, because all of a sudden you would just see a cop car like flying over you, crashing into a building, and then just like completely like combusting into fire because they just murdered themselves. It was the best thing ever. And then your car could jump, right? And zero gravity. So, and then whenever you just wanted to have fun, you would just jump your car, and then your car would just go flying. It was pretty fun.
The good old days, man, when you just hopped on San Andreas, no problems, no issues about, nothing really.
But Jokic, good job, man. It was cool to watch him whip ass and get all the votes too. So Derrick Rose got the same amount of votes as Joel Embiid, which was hilarious because Derrick Rose ended up winning the fan vote, so that's why he got a vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does Derrick Rose win the fan vote? What are these fans thinking? And like for all the talk
Nick fans, they're Nick fans. They celebrated a game 2 win at the Garden because they tied the series 1-1 and lost home court advantage. They'll vote Derrick Rose.
They lost 3 in a row after they like tore apart the outside of Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, climbing on light poles and stuff, and then Tom Thibodeau wins Coach of the Year. I'm surprised. They're probably having a rally outside right now. We should probably just go check in on Times Square. It's probably going monstrous because Tom Thibodeau won the damn Coach of the Year. Shouldn't even have been him. Should have been Monty Williams. Williams had more first place votes.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. Yeah,
yep.
Nick. Yeah, way to go, Nick fans. Yeah, go vote for Derrick Rose again. And then this offseason when Damian Lillard gets traded somewhere or something and he's not even remotely considering the New York Knicks, don't cry, okay? Go climb on your light post and take a nap or be quiet or go do something else. Egregious.
Last thing about Jokic, and then let's move on.
Yeah.
Did you know Jokic was asleep when he got drafted by the Nuggets?
Hilarious. He's a grizzly bear, though. It makes sense. He's hibernating. Was it a hibernation season?
He was back home in Serbia and then just knocked out. His brother called him to tell him, hey man, you got drafted.
Of course, he was back home in Serbia.
Because it was hilarious. They didn't even know. They didn't know if they were going to go to the Nuggets because, like the Nuggets were like trying to scout him, and then I think I said this story a while ago, but I think Jokic's dad was like, my son will not play for you unless you commit to him, and they were like, yes, we will. So. And they have.
Surprising that he's still there because they also drafted Yusuf Nurkic either the year before or the year after, who plays the same position, and like his dad demanded that he gets like from where it started to where it is. It's pretty cool. He's so funny to watch because he's kind of goofy out there and he just kind of plays the game at his speed and he does whatever he wants. He's fast, man. I saw him taking people off the dribble and like.
He's not fast,
Johnny.
He's not fast.
He is quick.
He's like Dirk Nowitzki, bro. He's like everything is at his own pace.
Seven foot center. I mean, 7 foot center. He runs better than most guys.
Who's 7 feet tall? Who else is 7 feet tall? I guarantee you, he's the slowest 7 foot tall person in the NBA. I guarantee it. He's one of the slowest 7 feet tall people in the NBA. 100%. Yusuf Nurkic is probably faster than Nikola Jokic. I almost guarantee it.
Who?
Yusuf Nurkic.
Nah, no way. Yusuf Nurkic is like 40 pounds heavier.
Yeah, I do. No, I don't think so.
Well,
I don't think so.
Nikola Jokic made it out of round 1. Yusuf Nurkic didn't, so I'll take Nikola Jokic.
Oh, not comparing them, but I'm not going to sit here and let you guys call Nikola Jokic fast.
Okay, I'll change what I said. I said he's quick. It's him doing when he can pump.
Quicker than you think. He's not even quick. He's not quick. He's not fast. That is not the type of descriptive term you should be using for Nikola Jokic. I'm not going to have it at any point. What are we doing? Is Ndamukong Suh fast? No, he's just fast for a defensive tackle. He's not fast.
I'm trying to look
He's just upset that LeBron didn't win the MVP. However, LeBron did get an MVP vote for the 18th consecutive season, the most in NBA history.
Is that fuck X ridiculous?
Since his rookie year.
It's like a whole career, 18 years. Like, that is a full-grown person's lifespan. LeBron has been an MVP vote in the NBA. It's unbelievable. It's ridiculous.
So in 2K, his speed is 63. His speed with ball is 60. So that's
okay. Hold on. Now I got to get Nurkic's. Hold on. Yusuf.
Nurkic. While they look up these stats, guys, I'm going to go ahead and roll this across the bottom. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AJA Sports Show. It's right there. We're going to leave it there for the bottom of the show. If you're looking for an easy way to support us too, go ahead and subscribe, tell your friends, hit the bell icon, get notified when we do go live, just so you can see us yahoos be arguing about Nikola Jokic and Yusuf Nurkic speed test. I don't even know why we're doing that, but it's fun.
Okay, they got the edge to Jokic by quite a bit. So okay, I might be wrong. Speed is only 51 for Nurkic, and acceleration was 37. I think 2K's tripping, bro. I think 2K's mad tripping. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I get it together.
Yeah, 2K, no it's all about 5K, 5G, right? Like 2K's in the past.
He's 9 percentage points higher in speed. 9 percentage points.
You could literally never be wrong. Fuck that, man. Yeah, no.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. Yeah, I'm not wrong.
You watch the game. You know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But speaking of that, one thing I'd always wanted to do, if I could have like another one, not like my absolute dream job, but a cool job to have, Madden's adjustment, bro. Being a Madden ratings adjuster and just going out and watching football, just writing Madden ratings for everybody. Patrick Mahomes have 99 everything. Patrick Mahomes have 99 outside of football, 99 answer.
You would not have a long career 99. As a Madden rating adjuster.
No, I have a great career.
I'll see you back on YouTube on this show, buddy. Once you get that career, I'll see you back on these YouTube in 2 weeks.
I have a great job scouting. Watch the film, grind it.
Okay. Settle down.
We had stuff to talk about today. I've got us off topic for 35 minutes. I'm so sorry. I found everything to get us off a topic.
Award season. The last one goes to Tom Thibodeau from the New York Knicks. He is the coach of the year. And
I kind of talked about it.
And we'll find out you did. And then we'll find out who the rookie of the year is probably tomorrow or the next day.
It's LaMelo Ball.
It's a wrap.
It's between So it's probably going to be LaMelo. It's between LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, and Tyrese Halliburton, all guys that we featured on as to who we think should win the rookie MVP or rookie of the year. Excuse me.
We did. Halliburton was actually my pick a long time ago. I don't think he's going to win. He doesn't deserve to win, but
I was about to say, no.
I will walk off.
He deserves to be a finalist, though. I mean, as a finalist.
I will walk off this show. I will go to Vegas, and I will put every dollar I have into whatever I feel like is a good choice for next year's MVP and Rookie of the Year races.
Feeling lucky, huh? If you got that right.
Lucky. You think this is luck, man? I mean, you're
it's luck if Tyrese Halliburton wins the Rookie of the Year. Yeah, that's luck. That's someone wrote in too many fun votes or something. Someone let their kids vote. Thought that name was cool or something. I don't know. He ain't winning Rookie of the Year.
I'm just writing a note to Adam Silver right now. Hold on. I'm doing it in a kid's writing, so he thinks a little kid, loves Tyrese Halliburton.
Nice.
Please rig the Rookie of the Year voting like David Stern rigged Patrick Ewing's pick to the New York Knicks in 1985. How do I know that?
Oh boy, we're back on conspiracy theories here.
I'm a little kid and I watch YouTube. Oh, okay, perfect. I'm done.
As that letter gets sent, Ace, we are happy that you wrote it in. Hopefully, Adam Silver gets to see it. Real quick, we're gonna bring up our picks from round one. So, who won round one between us? So, here's the way we did it, guys. On the screen, we made some predictions for round one. We're gonna do round two here tonight. and then we have a point system. If you got here's how the point system works. You get a point if you pick the team right, and you also get an extra point if you guess the right amount of games. So you can see all of us, for the most part, we all picked the same teams to come out of the first round, with the exception of Ace going with the Knicks in 6 in the Eastern Conference. But I think we did okay. I think we did pretty good. A lot of unexpected.
Damn good. Yeah.
A lot of unexpected things. I have the point tally. So again, right now, the point tally is Ace has 6 points for getting. Let me bring it up real fast on my little handy dandy clipboard that Ace and Lord Lizzie made me.
Great looking clipboard.
Great looking clipboard. Amazing looking clipboard. So he got a point because because Utah took care of Memphis, but they won in 5 and not in 4. He had the Clippers over Dallas. You had Denver over Portland. We all had the Lakers beating the Suns. We're not gonna talk about that. We already did. Nobody got points for that one. And then Philly over Washington. You got a point for that. Milwaukee over Miami. You got a point for that. And Brooklyn over Boston. You got a point for that. And essentially the same.
Man, I was a little risky with my picks, but Donovan Mitch plays Don plays game 1. Utah wins in 4. Embiid doesn't get hurt. Sixers win in 4. Mm-hmm. Tatum doesn't go off for 50 because Brooklyn can't play defense to save their life. Brooklyn wins in 4. I knew that those would probably not happen. I just wanted to risk it for the biscuit. Mm-hmm. And then the Clippers. Man, I was rooting hard for Dallas. I was rooting hard for Dallas is just because who cares if we all got that one wrong because we all picked the Clippers. But yeah, we it was a pretty good first round. Unfortunately, the Lakers didn't win. We already talked so much.
It was a good first round. Second round was a couple of games.
6 points. 6 points. Who mm-hmm. You both have more than me, so let's find out how much.
Jay and I are tied at 9 right now.
I got some catching up to do.
Are we really?
Yeah, we're tied at 9 because what did it was me getting the
Clippers in 7 and Jay getting Atlanta in 6, mm-hmm.
right? No, Atlanta won in 5. He got Brooklyn in 5. I had Brooklyn winning in 6. We all had me and him had Utah in 5. He had the Clippers. We both had Denver in 7. We all again nothing.
Utah in 5. Oh, okay, yeah. But you guys got everything. You guys got everything right except the Lakers.
Except the Lakers.
Yeah.
Everyone had the Lakers.
So, you have your trusty notepad there.
I do have my trusty notepad.
You want me to pull up the bracket?
Yeah. Do you have it? Or I could pull it up too.
I have it right here. But yeah, you could do whatever makes you happy.
Go ahead and get it for us, Ace. I trust you.
I trust me.
So here we go. So we're gonna do second round predictions.
Phoenix is up 17-14 on Denver. 3:48 to go. Devin Booker with 3. Cash. So 20-14.
Okay, so this one's a little bit difficult, right? Because we already know who's in the second round, right? So
I made all my projections were made before the series started. I've got them written, dated. These are what I picked before the series started. So I know Andrew did the same thing. Ace, I'm pretty sure you did too, but
yeah, I'm ready to give our picks whenever you guys are. I didn't write them down, but I won't lie and tell you that I.
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, I actually wrote them down, but yeah. All right. So
sorry.
Utah at Clippers. Transparency.
All right, who do you got? Lakers. Lakers. Oh, I'm so sad.
Why do you want to make us cry?
Utah versus Clippers. Who do you got, Jay?
I will take the Clippers in 7 over Utah.
Wow.
Yeah, Paul George was awful yesterday. A lot of the stuff that Utah did yesterday, I kind of figured they would, except for Donovan Mitchell going off. Mike Conley didn't play, which was rather interesting. But I think the Clippers will win in 7. I think they have better top-end talent, and Kawhi Leonard will be a real problem. I don't think there's really anybody that matches up with him for Utah. So I'll take Clippers in 7.
So the NBA website sucks. It crashed. Let me pull it up. Try pulling it up again.
Andrew, who do you think? Andrew, who do you think for Clippers in Utah?
Yeah, I also had the Clippers winning this in 7. Once the Lakers got bounced, and then the Clippers were able to somehow pull a rabbit out of their hat and win that series. I'm glad that I got the Clippers right in 7 to get the points to tie, because right now me and you were tied at 9. But They shouldn't have won that series. I mean, Dallas probably should have found a way to close it out. Kristaps was awful, but I think Clippers eventually actually come out of the West now. To be honest with you, I don't think anybody could beat them. I know the Suns are playing really well. Denver can. I don't think Jokic can be able to get Denver there, but I have the Clippers in 7. I think it'll be a good, tough series. It's gonna be a series where we have probably 3 or 4 games that go over 130 points for each team, considering how well they all shoot from the 3. Both teams shot over 40% from the 3-point line, and both teams attempted more than, I believe it was 25 threes per game in the regular season. So it's just going to be a smorgasbord of just hauling threes, and Mike Conley coming back will add to a little bit of defense, but he shoots a lot of threes too, so it's going to be more threes. So I'll take Clippers in 7.
Yeah, 2 best 3-point shooting teams in the league, and at the highest volume too. So yeah, 100%.
Okay, so originally, when we were talking, I talked a lot of shit about Utah. How whoever had to face them in this round, they were going to lose. And I'm still going to stick to that. I'm going to still say the Clippers, and I also think they'll do it in 7. After watching Game 1, though, I'm like, I don't know, man. I think this Utah Jazz team has a chance, like, more than the Dallas Mavericks did. Like, I don't know. We'll see. But I do think that Kawhi and Paul George will make it work somehow, even though Paul George was being called Playoff Pete by the Utah Jazz crowd.
Pandemic P.
This is scary because if the Clippers do win this series, then man, they have a pretty wide open door. So,
oh yeah,
I just think that I just don't think. I don't think Phoenix is there yet, and I think if Denver had Jamal Murray, they'd probably be the favorites to come out of the West right now. But I think I just now with the Lakers out, the Clippers just kind of seem like that they have the best team. And granted, they lost Game 1, but they came off an emotional series of 8 games in 18 days. So that's a tough thing. 2 quick things on that series real fast. Donovan Mitchell has 3 45+ point performances in the playoffs in Utah Jazz history. That is more than every other Utah Jazz player combined, who I've only combined for 2. Karl Malone has had more 40-point games, but not 45 or more. Donovan Mitchell scored 51 in the bubble last year in a playoff game against Denver. So Donovan Mitchell, for what it's worth, I don't know what his career, arc is looking like. It's still super early, but for what it's worth, he's performing at an absolute elite level right now since he came back in Game 2 against Memphis. If they can keep that up, I don't know how well my pick is going to do in this round. Also, the Clippers, when Ivica Zubac plays more than 18 minutes a game, they lose. He should not play more than 18 minutes a game. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in the water.
0-6. Yeah, they're like 0-6.
They're 0-6 when he plays more than 18 minutes a game. I don't remember the record they are when he plays fewer than that, but it is positive, and it's a lot more successful.
Can't be a whole lot worse than 0-6. I mean, it's not bad you can do there. So, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try and bring up that bracket real fast again.
Yeah,
so
try
we can
from
just
your
take
end,
a look at it.
Absolutely, it keeps crashing over here.
So the next series was Denver versus Phoenix, and out of absolute spite, I'm picking Denver in 7. Denver in 7. Jokic is unbelievable. Will Barton, I believe, came back today. I didn't see the final news report. He was game time decision. He was going to play, barring any problem in warmups. So I think getting Will Barton back is a lot bigger than people realize. I mean, right now, Facundo Campazzo is their second biggest playmaker on the floor, and you're not going to win a lot of playoff games when Facundo Campazzo is your second biggest playmaker on the floor. So getting Will Barton back will add to an already potent offense. Doesn't do a whole lot for them on defense, but I'm not thinking that's what they're really looking for, to be honest, against a Phoenix team that does play good defense, and they're going to need to score against. So, take Denver in 7. I'm going to have 3 7-game series in this round. So, and that just shows you I don't know what I'm talking about because it's a toss-up.
Yeah, Will Barton played, I think, 50 games this season for them. Averaged 12 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He can shoot pretty well from the free throw line. Is a pretty good 3-point shooter as well. So that'll bring a nice element off the bench. I'm assuming he'll come off the bench to maybe for the first couple of games he plays. But I also think the Nuggets are going to win this, and I have them going in 6. I'm probably that's what I thought before this series started. I want to say 7 now because I think this is probably going to be a ridiculous series. I'm afraid of Devin Booker, but He was a human game 1, so we'll see. But yeah, Denver in 6.
Yeah, I have the series going 6 games as well. I have Phoenix winning though.
He's
Devin
probably
Booker
gonna be
didn't.
right, Jay.
Devin Booker didn't score a ton of points, but DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker, and Michael Bridges all shot 60% or better from the field in game 1 and all scored more than 20 points. Chris Paul played a pretty outstanding game 2 in game 1. He looks like he's pretty good from that shoulder injury. Doesn't look like he's got any setbacks coming his way, and they're knocking down threes. I just think at the end of the day that the Jokic just isn't good. He, as much as great as he is, it's just not going to be enough to get him past this team right now. They're kind of humming, to be honest with you, since game 4 against the Lakers. The game 4 in the fourth quarter against the Lakers, Phoenix has just been absolutely on a roll, like humming. Like Jay Crowder's knocking down threes. Michael Bridges is pulling out his offensive bag, doing more on the offense, and Devin Booker. What more has to be said about Devin Booker? 47 points in a closeout game. I expect him to have multiple 30-point game performances in this series, and I'll take Phoenix in 6. You said Denver in 6, right, Ace?
Yeah. See, gotcha. Jokic just won MVP. I think maybe he plays a little inspired. So we'll see. We didn't see the best of Jokic in the first round series. He did get better as the series went on. So I'm just gonna chalk this up to this Denver Nuggets team is ridiculous. They like to come back. They like to play with your emotions. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
End of the first quarter, Phoenix is up 25-21. Just a few stats to point out because it's just funny. Devin Booker has 6 points and 7 rebounds after the first quarter. Nikola Jokic in 10 minutes has 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. So, I mean, quite a 20-20-20 game for Jokic. Book it.
Did we say that? I don't know if we ever shared this on the show, but when Kobe won his MVP season, he played every game too. I don't know if we mentioned that, but
I think Andrew mentioned it today too. But it's always a great point, dude, because that's something that's not seen anymore.
Compare him to the best.
And then Michael Porter Jr. is 0 for 6 from the field and 0 for 5 from the 3-point line to start the game. So
that's
roaring.
That's what scares me about Denver. That's why I don't think that they can unless Michael Porter Jr. is brilliant and has a 65% true shooting percentage like he did in the regular season. It's hard. It's going to be hard for me to convince myself that Denver's going to win this series.
Can we dress up Luka as like one of their backup players and just throw him on the court? Like, do you think anybody will notice?
I mean, yeah, it's when he goes and gets 42, 10, and 7, yeah, probably. They're probably gonna be like, hey, where'd you get this guy?
Minute restriction, man. Minute restriction. Only 15 minutes off the bench. That's it. Yeah. That's it. All right, Philly and Atlanta. Series is tied 1-1. Atlanta took the series, took the opener. Embiid balled in the opener, but they just didn't really have an answer until the late in the fourth quarter for Trae Young. I'll go first on this one. I think Philly wins this one in 6. I think Atlanta will probably get one more, but I do think Philly ends up winning this as long as Embiid can stay healthy. Again, I just want to point out, I don't think the issues with Ben Simmons, and it hasn't even been talked about yet, I don't think the issues with Ben Simmons shooting free throws are going to be much of an issue moving forward. And I'm really loving what I'm seeing out of Seth Curry. I know Johnny was sharing that sentiment right there. He loves to see some Seth Curry. So, yeah, I'll take Philly in 6 for this series.
I actually agree with you, which is kind of annoying because we're tied with points, so I want to agree with you as little as possible. So let's go Denver. But, Ace, I don't know if I ever told you this, man, but one of my big takes that, before me and Andrew ever turned on a camera or anything was coming out of college, and Steph Curry, obviously, was nothing like what he is now. Okay, he was dealing with ankle injuries and stuff. Seth Curry went to Duke. Seth Curry was bigger. Seth Curry was a better shooter at the time. I thought Seth Curry was going to be better than Steph, and boy, was that off. But he still shoots the ball unbelievably. Like, he's still a ridiculous for every other NBA player. He's unbelievable at shooting. Yeah. But because your brother is Steph Curry, you kind of lack there.
Right.
Yeah, I'll take Philly in 6. I just think Philly is kind of like the Lakers last year. God, they're just huge, man. I mean, they run out their starting lineup, dude, and it's like the Monstars, dude. The smallest guy is like 6'6", and I mean they average probably like 6'11". Tobias is huge. Ben is huge. Joel's huge. So yeah, DeAndre Hunter's out for the season. Partially torn meniscus, so he's not gonna be back. I think it actually plays a pretty big factor. He's a dude who could shoot the 3 ball, played really good defense for them, especially on the perimeter, which is something that they lack when he's not on the floor. So yeah, I'll go Philly in 6. I don't think it goes 7. I think Atlanta probably gets one game at home, and then Philly closes it out at Philadelphia to close that out in 6. So,
dude, Tobias Harris, incredible in the first round. I don't think Joel had balled out. We saw what he did. Ben Simmons played his normal self, but I think he'll play a little bit better this round. I'm actually gonna, and you already mentioned Seth Curry, right? Role players. Danny Green's actually making shots. You fool! You're a fool, Danny Green. Anyways, I'm gonna say this is where I like to risk it a little bit for the biscuit. I'm gonna say Sixers in 5.
There you go. Okay. So you don't think Atlanta wins another game? You think this is 4 straight dubs for the Sixers? Huh?
This is the gentleman's sweep. The Hawks Hawks punched them in game 1, and then Philly shores up their problems, wins in 5, gets a couple of days to rest. Hopefully, if the Bucks get their shit together there in Milwaukee.
That's big brain. That's big brain because you're down a few points. So that's big brain.
They brought in, not too different. They brought in George Hill right in the middle of the season. I think Shake Milton. I like Shake Milton a little bit. Shake Milton can score off the bench. So like even if even if we don't get Tobias Harris that we got in the first round, I think they have a couple of guys that I would be I would be happy with scoring them some points. And then this team plays really good defense, right? So lots of good like. Variables there for me to say. I think the Hawks are a nice team. I'm happy with that they whipped on the Knicks the way that they did because they really did do a kick-ass job. You're playing with the big boys now, so you got to put it together.
Right.
Yes. Please ask your question.
What's the question? But then she said, "Oh, never mind. Go Clippers." I think she's trolling. Are you trolling us?
We love you, but that Clippers stuff's got to get out of here.
We all said Clippers are going to win this series.
We all wanted the Spurs to make the playoffs, Amto. If there's any consolation,
we were fighting for that. Yeah,
we were all over it.
I have no remorse for Greg Popovich missing the postseason for the second year in a row. Absolutely no remorse, Amto. I don't care in the slightest.
Oh my God, this guy blasphemy.
So let's go to our last one now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if it's a question coming, but let's move on to the next one. Milwaukee and Brooklyn.
She said never mind. Hi, Nina.
I got the Bucks in 7.
I do. Damn it, I do too.
Get out of here.
Okay, let me explain why I have the Bucks in 7. 2 weeks ago on this same show, I said that Giannis, we made the picks for like who needs to have a good postseason and then like who we think is going to have like a good postseason. I said that Giannis is going to absolutely cement himself as the best player in the Eastern Conference. Haven't seen it yet in the first 2 games. I'm a little nervous, but I thought that they would win this one in 7. I didn't think they dropped the first 2. I thought they'd get one in Brooklyn most likely. Yes, Amto, just to shore this up for you. Yes, LeBron did make it to the playoffs. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to entertain the lunacy you're going to be throwing my way if I say anything else. No way. No slander here.
You're over here bashing her Spurs. Now she's coming after my boy.
Well, the Spurs didn't make the playoffs. LeBron did. The Lakers did. Get out of here.
It's not my wallet,
man. It's not my wallet. Yeah, exactly. I got Milwaukee in 7 though. Ace, who do you got in this series?
So I have a long time ago have said even if the Brooklyn Nets make the finals, I don't think that they're going to win. I do think that we're going to see 2019-2020 Milwaukee Bucks here. So I do have the Brooklyn Nets winning in 7. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to root for the Nets, so just let's put that out there. I do think that obviously now the tides are kind of a little closer because Harden's missing time. He's not going to play Game 3. I don't know if he's going to even play in Game 4. To be honest, here, I think they're just going to try to like stretch that out as long as possible. And then just watching the first couple of games with Giannis, I'm like, he had a minus point. His plus minus was like -7 and -20. So, and he had like triple doubles or whatever in both games. So I'm a little worried for the Bucks to even make it to 7. I don't think they're going to get swept. I don't think it's going to be a 5-game series. So I think they're in that 6 and 7 range, just on Drew Holiday alone. But I think the next series is where Brooklyn's deficiencies will show the brightest, and we're going to see one facet of it this series. injuries. Injuries is something that they cannot get over. Defense is the second one. If the Bucks can exploit their defense, because they already have a injury, advantage here, but I just don't know if the Bucks can do it. I watched some Bucks basketball this year. I don't know. I'm just a little worried. I'm a little worried about the role players, right? DiVincenzo not playing. Chris Middleton. I like Chris Middleton, but he can make his free throws. He makes some 3-pointers, but I don't think he's aggressive enough. And then Giannis. Giannis is nice. Giannis is nice, right? Like, can't knock him for anything. He has played better this postseason as opposed to last postseason, and he's 2-time MVP, right? So I can't knock him, but I got to see him do it like 2 series in a row where he plays good basketball and his team wins. So before I jump off that like narrative in my brain, but the Nets in 7 is my pick.
Like it.
And Jay, you had Milwaukee Milwaukee winning in 7. Do you want to share why?
Yeah, I think they're better. Especially now that James Harden, we don't know when he's going to play. I think they just match up really well defensively. I don't think that Chris Middleton's going to play as poorly as he has. I'm going to be honest. Like you mentioned, Andrew, it's a little scary. I feel like I've been saying this for about 2 years now, telling myself in the playoffs, I don't think Chris Middleton will play this bad. And then he just plays that bad. They lose. So there you go. I'm going to triple down. And if I look dumb, then next year I am off the Chris Middleton bandwagon. But I don't think Chris Middleton is going to play that bad. And for what it's worth, Giannis didn't play very well in that last game 2 either. Like, he had a solid game 1, and he ate the Nets alive in the regular season. Like, I mean, and
he didn't have a triple double either game. I think I said that.
Yeah.
He had a double both games.
And he's Giannis, dude. I mean, you get your 10 rebounds, 10 points.
But they were obliterated by it was 50, 59 or something.
They had the biggest lead they had was 49 the other day.
49. There you go. 49.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It was like, what do we turned it off. I played Apex.
Yeah, it goes back to that thing we mentioned on a previous show. It's really hard in today's NBA to come back. And to see what Denver did in the bubble last year, to be able to come back from those deficits and to keep the score really low, because when teams get on a roll and they just build up a lead, there's not as much desire to really mount that comeback. It's hard to come back in the sense like people would just sometimes you just pack it in. You're down by 30, and it's a lot of that has to do with what we talked about a couple weeks ago was the volume of everything, just a lot of threes. And I was playing 2K last night for the first time, and things were just avalanching for me. I don't know how to play 2K, but Jay was trying to walk me through it, and I was like, is this how it feels in the NBA? I was getting dominated by the Heat, and I was using the Lakers, and they were just Jimmy Butler's hitting the 3, transition dunk, Duncan Robinson for a 3, and I can't even score. And I just but I obviously that's probably not how they feel in the NBA, but it's just kind of a 49-point blowout between the 2 and 3 seed in the playoffs. I feel like we don't really see that very often. And in today's NBA, we're seeing a lot of those really, really huge discrepancy blowouts between really good teams. And it's really weird. I don't know, in my opinion.
I think it's a little bit of both, but I mean, it's hard to come back. It's hard to come back in that sense, but it's also the easiest it's ever been in the NBA to come back from big deficits. You can shoot your way back in it. I mean, just look at the Lakers the other day. The Lakers couldn't hit the broadside of a barn in the first half, and that's why they were down by 20-something points at halftime. All of a sudden, they start hitting some shots in the second half, and it's a 10-point ball game. It's a make or miss league, bro. You got to hit shots. And if you hit them, you're going to come back. And if you don't, you're going to end up down a lot.
Just a little.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's a little bit of both. Hey, Amanda, never too late. I mean, we're probably going to end here in a little bit to go watch the rest of this game, but never too late. Welcome in.
Got to watch the MVP in action.
Talking baseball tomorrow, Amanda.
They wanted to mention that before we head out. We're the long-awaited baseball stream returns. We're doing really well. A lot of playoff basketball. We mentioned it that Lakers aren't in it, so it's a little less less exciting, but it's still exciting. But we will we'll be back with the Baseball Buzz Show. Drinks in hand, hats on, Dodgers gear probably being rocked. We hope to see as many of you guys as we can in there. Very excited to get back to talking baseball. A lot of great stuff going on. A lot of great young talent. A lot of home run hitters to be talked about. Vlad Guerrero Jr., Ronald Acuna. Can't wait to talk about those guys.
Garrett Cole. Did you guys see Garrett Cole's interview?
I feel like I know what you're talking about. Which one? It was about
putting some stuff on the ball.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that tomorrow. We can talk.
Oh
about
yeah,
that.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Teaser. It's a teaser.
We have to. Yeah, we have to talk about that tomorrow. The interview. If you haven't seen the interview, prepare yourself. Watch it because I don't know if we can show it on here because I mean, we have to always say it's a reaction. What reaction? Yeah, a lot of no. It's no hit season right now, dude. It's crazy.
Dead. Yes. Seriously.
Did we miss some? Who else got a no hitter? We'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow. There's a bunch. There's like a bunch.
Well, go ahead, Ace. Sorry.
Oh no. Did
you have something on Magic?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say like add something about baseball, but yeah, if you guys want, I can bring this up. We're
gonna pop this up.
I was, yes. So on this day in NBA history, I want to end it on a light note for all my Lakers fans out there because we are no longer in the playoffs. In 1987, Magic Johnson. Today is the day. However long ago that was, years-wise, mathematically, Magic Johnson sunk the infamous baby hook from inside the key to seal the Game 4 win against the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals. 24 years ago. Thank you for the math. This would be one of the most iconic shots and, frankly, calls in NBA history by Chick Hearn. If you, were there to witness it or have seen it before, obviously I did not was there to witness it. I saw it, hundreds of times since then. The Lakers would then go on to win the series in 6 games, and it would be the last time we would see Larry Bird and Magic Johnson square off in an NBA Finals on the same court together. So a very iconic day in NBA history, a very good day to be a Lakers fan. Of course, they would go on to repeat the following season in 1988. But yes, on this day in 1987, Magic Johnson sunk the infamous 12-footer skyhook from inside the paint. Yes. Darn. Why'd you have to say that at the end? It's supposed to be lighthearted, Amanda.
No, thank you. She's being nice. She's saying like, all right, man.
Can I give you on this day in NBA history too?
Absolutely.
Love it.
The finals against the Indiana Pacers, Shaq attempted 39 free throws, which is the most in finals history. Made 18 of the 39.
Jesus.
Which is not even the most free throws made in a game in NBA Finals history. Dwayne Wade in the 05-06 Finals went 21 for 25 from the free throw line. Real quick, Shaq, 2 little quotes on him on his free throw shooting. Shaq said, "Me shooting 40% at the foul line is God's way of saying that nobody's perfect. If I shot 90% from the line, it just wouldn't be right." And then second quote here, he made 12 free throws one night. And Rick Adelman, the Kings coach at the time, we were heated rivalry. Mm-hmm. He was barking on his news conference saying, "Shaq stepping over the line, Shaq stepping over the line, Shaq." Okay, he's a giant. Relax, bro. But after he made those 12 free throws, Shaq said, "That game was dedicated to Rick Adelman. I'm at home in the bathroom trying to take a dump, flipping through the channels, and he's complaining about how I'm stepping over the line. I can't even do a number 2 in peace. I'm sitting there grunting at 12:30 at night. Can I go one day without somebody saying something negative about me?" And then
you could make your free throws, but I'm just kidding.
And then at the end of that quote, he always said, "I might not make them, consecutive days, but I'm always good for it in a playoff series or a championship series." And the guy's got rings to prove it, so we'll give him.
People don't understand. Like it's a basketball, and Shaq is a ridiculously large human being who has ridiculously large hands. Smaller hands are easier to shoot free throws. It's like that's why all the guards shoot free throws so much better than the centers and power forwards.
This like my coaster was like the basketball in his hand.
Exactly.
He just wraps the ball with one hand.
Giannis, there's some people who just can't shoot the free throws well. Their hands just too big, covers the whole ball.
Granny style, baby. 4th grade. Granny style free throw shooting champion.
Jackie Moon, baby.
Jackie Moon.
Anybody saw? You guys saw Semi-Pro?
Oh, speaking to the moon, we got to get AMC to the moon, guys. It's dipping a little. It's dipping a little bit. Don't let those big guys up. Don't let those big guys say, "Oh, we're trying to sell our shares right now." So if these guys get scared, no. Buy AMC. Let's go.
No, baby, all the smart apes out there, my AMC apes know what's up. It dipped a little bit today, so what we do? We bought the dip. That's all. We ready to go, baby. To the damn Mooney. Shout out Joseph. We ready to go, bro. We up to like 46 shares right now. I'm gonna hit 100 here before it squeezes, bro. Ugh.
Gotta love crypto and stock talks. You know, we won't do an episode about that, but
no, maybe we will. Shoot, it's fun, man. It's crazy.
AJA Sports Show presents finance with AJA.
All right, bring your notepad and paper. We're gonna do some homework tonight.
We got the inside scoops of all the stocks, baby. Everything.
What is your weekly income versus your weekly expenses?
We're talking Roth IRAs, retirements, everything.
We'll do that on our Patreon when we make a Patreon one day.
Funny.
Okay, guys. Andrew, you wanna take us away here, bud?
Yeah, absolutely. Those of you who are still here, thank you for sticking around. I'm gonna throw this up one more time. People who do follow us, all the stock talk. Yeah, mine does too all the time, man. That like sometimes I don't understand what Jay's talking about, but I'm happy for him because he's invested. So that's all I can be, a supportive brother. But that's gonna do it for us, guys. Those of you who do follow us, we really appreciate you. Those of you who are watching, we love it every day that we see you guys in here. We'll be back tomorrow for a baseball show. Can't wait to see you guys for that. Really excited. Until then, guys, have a great night. Watch some sports, and we will see you next time. Bye.